us knowing that it was win or bust actually helped us, because it was black and white. It was, you know, go there, win, stay up. It's as simple as that.
It was quite simple before the game. We knew that we need 3 points to keep the league, and that's why we're looking for the offense and not most of the time for the defense.
The setting for this showdown, Bramall Lane, one of the most passionate and intimidating stadiums in the whole of England when it's full, and today it is absolutely full. 32,500 spectators, 3,000 of them from Wigan. The Kop is jam-packed, and as for putting a value on the outcome of the game, well, name your price for Premier League survival.
I said to them, you're a better team and you're better players individually and collectively than Sheffield United have got. No disrespect to Sheffield United, they're a hard-working side and very difficult place to go and play, but it's not Real Madrid, it's not Arsenal, it's not Liverpool.
Rain falling at kick-off. It's a slippy surface. Rain has been coming down for the past 2 or 3 hours. These sides have both worked so hard to reach the elevated environs of the Barclays English Premier League and the prestige and all the money that goes with it. But both these clubs are in fear for their top-flight lives.
Saying privately to the players all week, on the quiet, the pressure's on Sheffield United here because they could, everyone's saying they were going to stay up and Wigan were going to go down. And they could have lost yesterday and still stayed up. You know, so have they got half an eye on Old Trafford? Well, the answer to that question is yes, they did.
Danny Lansart. Sharma. Well, to keep it alive with Heskey. What will Wigan give for a goal here and now? Kilban. Chance, goal! Paul Sharma, plead as you like. And Wigan, who have to win, lead at Bramall Lane.
Paul Sharma had played centre-back against Middlesbrough, and you know, I thought long and hard about playing him there again. And I thought, when he's in midfield, he can cause people problems by getting in the box. And our lack of goals this season's obviously been a thought. And one of the reasons, you know, Kevin Kilban can go on the left, give us that balance. And you know, think back to the Everton game where he crossed and Paul Sharma scored. It was almost a carbon copy of the goal.
It was just instinct. I watched the goal then in the evening at home on the television, and I was surprised about how nice it was.
Heskey. Dipped in across, and it was a very, very good chance.
After we scored, we had 2-3 real good opportunities. Maybe not great chances, but opportunities to them. I think Paul Sharma broke it. We had a 2v1 situation, the balls flashed across the box. And we were well on top. And I thought, well, you know, the second goal, I knew Sheffield United weren't great goal scorers themselves. I thought a second goal would kill the game off.
Zay also limping.
He's not been worked hard enough. Is that Skoko that's coming on?
Yeah, De Zeu came into this game with an ankle problem. This would be a serious loss for Wigan because he is their captain. He's very much a talisman and a natural leader.
Put Paul Sharma back to centre-back, and we lost that little bit of energy, a little bit of goal threat from midfield. So we had to change it around and was back to the walls.
I was a little bit unhappy about the situation. I felt really, really confident in the midfield, and I was always very dangerous in front of the goal, and I felt there was more in me than just one goal.
Drilled in, and the goalkeeper lost it, and Sheffield United are level. John Stead arrived. The Kop celebrates, but the goalkeeper was caught out horribly there.
Stead, as brave as you like, you're going to need that from your players. Takes a really nasty whack.
David Unsworth comes on to play against the club from which he was transferred only 4 months ago.
It's more nervous on the bench watching. I don't know what the fans go through every week. It's terrible. It's easier playing because you can affect the game, and a lot of times, you know, you're playing off memory. You know, in games like that, it's harder watching the game. It's harder being a spectator, a coach, a manager, than actually playing. Playing's the easy bit. It really is. It's you know, although it's a massive game and we all know the consequences of it, subconsciously when you're playing, you don't. It's just a game of football.
Quinn with it, and a slice from John Stead. Well, maybe he's seeing double. And there is a ripple around this ground, a ripple of recognition of an important goal going in elsewhere at Old Trafford, where West Ham have taken the lead against Manchester United. Free kick, Wigan. Just under a minute to play in a rumbustious first half. What is the case now will not be the case in another hour, surely. So many twists and turns to come. Final play of the first half in all probability, and it's Kilban. Oh, and it nearly brought... It's a penalty! I was going to say it nearly brought another goal. It brings a yellow card and an opportunity for Wigan to retake the lead. In the 50th minute of the first half. Handball.
See it better from this angle. Oh, an arm goes up for sure.
It's only Arsene Wenger that doesn't see things. Obviously you're not going to get everything right, but you know, I've watched so many games and people say you can't see from the touchline, but you're almost going from memory. As you say, the flights of the ball change, and it was a definite penalty. There's no two ways about it. It just seemed to take an age for people to realise what had happened.
Look who's taking the penalty. David Unsworth, until 4 months ago, a Sheffield United player.
Everyone's asked me how I felt about taking it, and no problem. I was up for the free kick. As soon as we got it, Bainesy got hold of it because he's the penalty taker. I just really fancied it.
Against the club, he left in January. He left in search of Premier League salvation.
I knew I was going to put my foot through it, and I knew that if I put it either side to Paddy, I knew I had more chance of that. I thought I might smash it down the middle, but you know, I decided just before me run up that I was going to put it where I put it.
You couldn't make it up. Dave Whelan, the chairman, leads the applause as David Unsworth drives in the 50th and potentially most important goal of a long, long career.
He wasn't due to take the penalty. He should have been letting Baines, but I think Unzi's got so strong character, strength and determination and his own ability, confidence. It's a massive penalty to take that, and I was obviously delighted to see it go in. As we come down the tunnel, someone said that West Ham had just scored. They would be aware of that. That would get through to the crowd. And I said, now all of a sudden, all week they've been a strong favourites, and I've said this all week. Now it's tables turned on them. Now it's us who are the favourites. We've got to make sure we're calm. We've got to make sure we know we're going to come under pressure. We know we're going to have to defend. But what we've got to try and do is we're in that, try and get the ball down and play like we did the first 20 minutes.
Lansart with the corner kick. Skoko rising. Oh, and the overhead, brilliantly saved by Paddy Kenny. It was Emil Heskey that let fly.
He must have thought he'd notched a goal there, Heskey, number 10 of the season. Tacks the ball well, far area, and then Heskey there with an instinctive volley and a superb save from Kenny. Just as well he doesn't move too far to his right.
Goalkeeper who borders on the eccentric, but brilliant at his best. Another chance, this time cleared off the line. Well, Sheffield United living so dangerously.
The keeper's made a wonderful save off Heskey. 3-1, I think the game's over. And then from the corner we had a good chance with Lee McCulloch. And after that, it was just relentless pressure.
No flag, chance here for the equaliser! Off the post! And by such fine margins, sides can live or die.
Second half, we had two really good chances after the break, but they cleared on the line. But after these chances, we just defending, and they made a really good pressure on us, and we had really big luck when one of the striker chipped over volley and the ball go on the bar, and it was really lucky.
Distance the object here for Kazim Richards towards Morgan. May fall again for Stead, who had a swing and quite a miss. A miss-hit. Geary.
It was going to be one of those games where you have to battle. You probably have to play in different positions and battle there. Just do the best of your ability.
Well, it's a little early to be starting a party if you're a Wigan fan. In fact, it's very premature. That's late. Right under the referee's nose too. It's very late. It's McCulloch who's already been booked. It's a second yellow and Wigan must conclude their season a man short. Lee McCulloch has been sent off.
I've let everybody down. It was horrible feeling, and the only thing I remember is just saying, God, I can't stand here all day, I better go off the pitch. And I've lost it a bit in the dressing room, and I watched the game in the Sky for the tunnel, and it was unbearable. It was the worst, longest 20 minutes of my life.
I wouldn't say it didn't make a lot of difference. The way they played, they didn't try and get 2v1 situations on the outside. They put the ball in a box, and really didn't cut us open as maybe a team of better quality might have done, shall we say.
Kazim Richards tends to provide power, and he's off his long run. Kazim Richards, and then the follow-up effort, steered wide by the skipper Morgan.
Oh dear.
Not yet at the stage of tears, but we have reached prayers.
I think by that stage, with so much at stake, he's just trying to get them over the line. Trying to get the players to do certain things, but it's difficult. I can shout all I like, Chris can shout all he likes, but the players have got to make the decisions, and we made more right ones. We made some, we slashed our clearances, and we got a little bit edgy at times, but these things happen in such a high-tension game.
Gillespie. Goalkeeper palmed it against his bar. Still in play. They are living so dangerously, Wigan, here. This is crisis defending. Geary. And out by Heskey.
You know, asking yourself, can they live like this for the remaining 9 or so minutes?
Tong. Stead. Geary. Davis challenged. John Stead again. Couldn't gather it in. Michael Tong. He can shoot with either foot. Angle was against him though. And Wigan just grateful to get it out of their own box.
You see this off the bar. Oh, he's flapping Pollitt.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. We played the last 15-20 minutes, 10 men, and yeah, it was just fighting and a lot of long balls and high balls in the box, and it was just war.
But they can't go out with a whimper. Not at home. They have got to huff and puff and continue to push.
Instead, and it was a good chance. Five minutes to save their collective skins. And there is an air of desperation on the touchline now. All or nothing for Sheffield United. They have to score. Heskey, slight misjudgment. Stead in front of Boyce. Stead across the face of goal. Gillespie. And he's wasted it.
Oh, not for the first time, Gillespie. Stead does brilliantly.
And as we watch the replay, confirmation arrives from Old Trafford that West Ham have won. So the only way that Sheffield United can now save themselves and relegate Wigan is to score an equaliser.
An ideal world for justice to seem to have been done, and I don't want to go down a route of West Ham where Manchester United would have beaten West Ham yesterday. We'd have beaten Sheffield United, and West Ham would have gone down. That's what a lot of people would have liked. I'm not saying that I'm one of those. I'm not anti-West Ham, but it would have been probably an ideal scenario, and I think Richard Scudamore and the Premier League would have been hoping that as well.
West Ham have assured themselves of safety. Still these two slug it out. Where's the goalkeeper? Surely Paddy Kenny has to come up now. Here he comes. The goalkeeper, who specialises in the unexpected. Oh, and he got a bite of it, but it's a free kick to Wigan, and that may be enough.
Not just yet.
Seconds away from the drop for Sheffield United, who even at the start of this game were favourites to stay up. Now there are tears. They're at the mercy of the referee's whistle, and Wigan stay up. Sheffield United have been cut down. The Blades are relegated in the most dramatic of circumstances. History repeats itself for Paul Jewell. He did it on the final day with Bradford, and now, thanks to David Unsworth's penalty against his old club, he has repeated the trick 7 years on.
It's unbelievable, you know. It's hard to explain what it's like, but you know, it's such a big relief that knowing that we've got Premiership football again next season.
There was a lot of people wanting us to fail, and like we stressed before the game, do it for our families and ourselves, nobody else. And to go out and do that just gives you satisfaction and confidence, and it's brilliant, great feeling. You can't really put it in words, to be honest.
You have to enjoy moments when the whistle goes, but there's so much tension surrounding it. It's just pure emotion and relief, basically, and just You know, it's great for the players. They can really celebrate, and the supporters can celebrate. But for me personally,